Philistines say, I defy, I challenge, I dare the armies of Israel. Give me a man that we may fight. And when Saul and Israel heard these words of the Philistines, they were dismayed and greatly afraid. The theme for this year is taking off the limits, or taking the limits off. Whichever one moves the spirit in your belly, the question still remains, are you there yet? In other words, what is holding you back? In other words, what can you not let go of? In other words, why are you dismayed and greatly afraid? In other words, why are you scared? Why are you scared? I've got a new grief in my spirit that over the past month I've prayed to the Lord about. Some people look at me and mistake the big smile on my face for something that it's not. Thus conclude that I've got it going on. Moreover, they do not know that I do not know what it means to go through something. That I don't have struggles. And because I walk around here with a big smile, they assume that my life is all sweet and gravy. Sadly, they've got it twisted. You see, it's not as though I'm putting on a front. It's not as though I'm coming remotely close to thinking that I've got it going on. It's simply this. Yeah, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. What these folks do not understand about me is that I've come to learn how to perceive the things before me and not see. So when I'm going through the valley of the shadow of death, I don't allow the things that are in there to dictate how I'm going to be, how I'm going to feel, how I'm going to see. Look. What these folk don't understand is that the shadow of the valley of death was not meant for you to stay in it, but for you to walk through it. So you find a lot of people being hooked on the facts of their situation. This is too hard. I cannot win. God, why me? God, why me? We down 35-0. There is no comeback. If only they can perceive that the valley of the shadow of death was not meant that they stay in it, but go through it, they would understand that even though you're going through this mess, it was not meant for me to stay in this mess. You want to give up on me? Go ahead. You don't want to believe in me? Go ahead. I do not care, because look, with my joy, I'm going to go through this mess because I know where I'm going to, because I understand who is with me. Look. See, Paul said it like this. We all, with unveiled faces, behold, as in the mirror, the glory of God. See, when you're able to perceive and not see the things before you, you're able to look yourself in the mirror and not see what everybody else sees. Understand? God told Samuel, look, don't you look at his physical stature. Look, I'm God. I don't see as man sees. I look at the heart. Man look at the outer appearance. You see, yes, when I look in the mirror, they might see a scar on my face. But what they can't see is what I'm going through. What they can't see is where I came from. So I'm not going to allow somebody to tell me how I'm supposed to be. So you got to be able to look yourself and understand the things that you're going through. Only thing God is doing is transforming you from glory to glory, to glory, to glory. Because through your mess, God has to be glorified. So I'm going to keep my joy because I know where I'm going to. There's another glory for me. Though, come on. might have to endure for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. We've got to perceive the things before us. We cannot see. We have to perceive. I know we're down 35-0. I know that the team we are facing is undefeated. That's what everyone else sees. But as people of God, we have to perceive what they cannot see. Here's the danger when you use your eyes only to see and not to perceive. You allow the things before you determine how you hear from God. See, if you cannot see, then you cannot hear. See, everything, all of your natural senses become dysfunctional. When you think you're hearing from God, you're really not. Because you're basing your decision based on what you see. See, if you're not looking through your perceptive eye, the spiritual eyes, you only can judge what you see. Oh, this God didn't want this for me. This can't be God's will. He wanted it to be easy, clear. Ooh. We want it easy every time, every time, every time, every time, every time. And we see this over and over in the Bible when even though, check this out, we see this in the beginning with Eve, before she became the woman, before she became Eve. When she was in the garden, the serpent came, she said, you saw the fruit, right? He said, why? God told you. What did God tell you? Well, we should not eat of this fruit. And the serpent asked, why not? Because he said no. He said, if we do so, we surely would die. And he said, no, you surely will not die. Now she's listening. Now God already spoke to her. But now the Bible, the text says that she saw that the fruit was good. Was it really good? What eyes was she looking through? She was looking through her natural eyes. She was not looking through the perceptive eyes. So because of that, instead of hearing God, rewinding that thing God had told her, she began to play the message the serpent was telling her. He knows. And then you see this going over and over and over again. You saw the same thing with Elijah. In the morning, one of his servants went up and saw a whole army with horses and chariots. And he came back and said, Master, what shall we do? And then what did Elijah say? Look, do not fear, for there are more with us than there are with them. But he couldn't see that. It's like, are you serious? What eyes are you looking at? I'm seeing a whole bunch of horses right here. You telling me there are more with us than them? What did Elijah have to do? He said, Lord, open his eyes that he may see. And when the Lord did that, he saw what? Full of fire surrounding the city. God had to reactivate his perceptive eyes. You see, when you cannot see, when you're looking at the physical eye, the natural eyes, when you just seeing and not perceiving, then you become afraid. You become afraid. No matter how much you try to cover it up, no matter how much you try to put on a front, the bottom line is you scared. You scared. We saw the same thing with Job and his wife. Job, we all know the story about Job. The devil came and took everything away from him. But because everybody, even the three wise guys, even his wife, was said, are you still going to hold your integrity? Curse God and die. What eyes was she looking through? Job turned on his perspective vision and said, you speak like a foolish woman. Should we only accept good from God and not adversity too? No. This is his wife now is telling him to curse God and die. See, he didn't allow the things that was before him to dictate how he was going to hear from God. He continued to say, I don't know if this is you, God. I don't know if this is the devil. But no matter what, though you slay me, still eyes are you looking at? What eyes are you looking at?